Talk to Lydia, where everything is about inspiring others. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome. I'm Lydia. I create content related to faith, love, relationship, and career. Kindly subscribe to this channel to be a member of this beautiful family. And here is me saying a big thank you to everyone who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you, because without you, there won't be this channel. Thank you so much. All right, in my previous video, I spoke about your spec versus God's will, and in that video I said in my next video I'll be talking about how to know God's will for you and how to get your confirmation. Now, one thing I want you to know is that God will not come down from heaven, or God will not send an angel, probably Angel Gabriel or Angel Michael, to appear to you and say, oh, the way he appeared to Mary, and say, oh, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased. No, God is not going to do that, okay? But there are some things that you have to do as a child of God for in order for you to know that yes, God is involved in this decision. Okay, now the first thing you have to do is that you need to have a cordial relationship with God. Not just a relationship, you need to have a very cordial relationship with God. You need to be able to talk to God as your daddy. You need to be able to talk to God as your friend. You need to just establish that relationship with God, because you cannot expect someone who you did not talk to, someone who does not know anything about you, or someone who is a total stranger to you. You can't expect them to be involved in your life or be involved in things that concerns you. So that's how it is for God. God will never force himself on anybody. The Bible says, I stand at the door and I knock softly. If anyone opens the door for me, I will come in and I will sup with you. That means that God, if you do not allow, if you do not open the door of your heart for God, He will not come in. He cannot come in. He will never impose anything on you. He will never force himself on you. So if you want to have a relationship with God, you have to invite God. If you want God in your affairs, especially if you want God to be involved in your marital decision, you have to invite him. And how do you invite him? You must first establish a relationship with him. You will talk to him, tell him what you want, and you have to give him that permission to step into your affairs. The first thing is that you must have a relationship with God. Second is you must know who you are. Yes, you. Who are you? You must know who you are and where you think you're going. You must have a sense of where you're going and what God has called you to be. See, if you do not know who you are, it is an avenue for people. In fact, your life will just be like a dump ground where everyone can just come in and out of your life anytime they feel like, or anytime they wish. They come into your life anytime, they go out, in and out of your life as they want, because you don't know who you are. Knowing who you are will help you set boundaries. Knowing who you are will help you filter anyone that is coming into your life. You don't just allow anyhow person into your life. And I'm going to use myself as an example. I know myself. I know what is ahead of me. I know what God has called me to be. I know the dreams and aspiration I have. And I already know, even when I was still a teenager, when I was still growing up, I already know that I have nothing to do with any guy that clubs or any guy that smokes. I already know that. So they cannot even, if you come to me, it's a no for me. So knowing who you have, we help you set boundaries. We help you know who to open the door of your life to. So you have to know who you are, have a sense of where you're going, what are your dreams, what are your aspirations. See, if you know who you are, for example, you want to be the it's good to have good dreams. Okay, we have so many women who are doing so well in their career. If you know career is your thing, you know yourself that, oh, you want to be the next you want to be the next managing director of NNPC. You should know that you have nothing to do with a man that wants to have a housewife. Yes, you should know that having a man that wants a stay-at-home mom, that wants, anytime he's coming back from work, he wants the wife to be the first person to meet him at the gate to collect his bag, his briefcase, and you will just know that it's a no for you. That is why I usually tell people that when you're before you go into a relationship, or when you're in a relationship, You must talk. Relationship is a period in which you should communicate well, know the person you're involved with. So that is why I'm saying that you have to know yourself. When you know yourself, it will help you know who to allow into your life. Know yourself, know what you want, know what God has called you to be before you allow. And most thirdly, the most important people in this scenario or in this equation of knowing of choosing your life partner, the most important people in the equation is you and your God. Every other person, they are third parties. Okay, the most important people is you and God. And that is where I won't say I have a problem with people that will gather names. When I say gather names, they will collect names, excuse me, like 4, 5, 6 names of different guys or different ladies, and they will take it to their pastor to pray for them. When you do that, you're already confused. God is not a God of confusion. God is not in that. Is not in that. Is no longer involved. If you can gather 5 to 10 names and you tell your pastor to help you pray and choose, then in fact it is an avenue for the devil to confuse you further. Yes, it is an avenue for the devil to confuse you further. Now, when I say in this equation, it is you and God, what I am saying is that if any third party is going to get involved, in fact, whatever they are coming to tell you should be a confirmation of what God has already told you. All right, whatever they are coming to tell you, be it your pastor, your mom, your friend, or your spiritual leader, or someone you're looking up to spiritually, whatever they are coming to tell you should be a confirmation of what God has already told you. So in this equation, it is you and God, not you living the work or the mathematics for your pastor. Pastor, please pray for me. I have 5 names, I have 5 guys disturbing me, I don't even know, I'm confused, I don't know I don't know the person to choose. Now, let me quickly tell you the story. There's this lady that took, okay, the reason I said, see, I'm not saying having a pastor, I have a pastor, of course, I have respect for them. But what I'm saying is that you too, you can have a relationship with God. It is your life, it is your affairs. So you should be more bothered, you should be more concerned about it than even your pastor. Your pastor is a third party. See, if anything happens in your marriage or even eventually get married to this person, before it will get to your pastor, you are the first person that will get affected. So that is why you have to take this seriously. And that is why I will still take you back to the first point that I said. You have to have a relationship with God. That is the first thing. You have to have a relationship with God. You have to learn to speak to God, talk to God. We all have the same right or opportunity to approach God or to approach the throne of grace. So make use of yours. Stop relying on prophets or on third parties to make that decision for you. Okay, like the story I said I wanted to say, this lady, she took her fiance's name. The person is David Olakunle Daniel. David Olakunle Daniel. The guy's name, the first name is David. The second name is, I think the second name is Olakunle. Then his surname is Daniel. These 3 names belong to just one person. So she took the names and she took the names to our prophet or our pastor that I don't know. She told the pastor that there are 3 different people. Meanwhile, they are just one. The names belong to just one person. She said, and there are 3 different people, and she does not know who to say yes to. She's confused that the pastor should help her pray. So the pastor said, okay, don't worry, my daughter, go back home. I'm going to pray and fast on your behalf. In fact, I'm going to go to the mountain on your behalf. You better go to mountain on your by yourself. Okay, the pastor said, I'm going to go to mountain on your behalf and I'm going to fast and get back to you. So after 3 days, she called the pastor, and the pastor said, you see that David, I saw it in a vision that David, you guys are going to start on a good note, but you will not end well. In fact, it's going to be a woman beater. It's going to at the end of the day, you guys will be separated, and then the whole relationship will be a mess at the end of the day. You see, the Olakunle will womanize. In fact, Olakunle will not be faithful all through the marriage. It's not going to give you peace. Your life will just be frustrated. Your life will be miserable if you eventually get married to this Olakunle. Then you see this what's the third person? Daniel. In fact, this is the person that God has ordained for your life. This is the person that, in fact, God created both of you together on the same day. So you can imagine the level of confusion, right? That is why I'm saying, I'm not saying you should not have spiritual authority that you look up to, but whatever they are telling you should be a confirmation of what God has told you. All right? You too can have that relationship with God. You too can go to a real. If your marital decision is very important to you, you should be able to go to any extent for yourself, because see, my aunt of blessed memory, she told me something so many years ago. I think then I was still a teenager, and I was saying, "Oh, I love to get married to an Igbo guy." Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying people who get married to other tribes. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay, and I was like, I don't even understand Igbo. The only thing I know is all those normal yeah. I just love. In fact, I love Igbo music. I love Igbo worship songs. Okay, I just so love. You get what I'm saying? Even their names at times. The names I love most, Chimamanda. I don't know the meaning, but I just love it. Then I'll be saying, oh, I'll give my daughter Chimamanda. I'll name her Chioma. Then my aunt, what she told me, it was, in fact, I can't even say it was like 10 years back, or almost 15 years ago. She told me, and I held on to that word, that, see, let me tell you something. If you like marry Hausa, if you like marry Togolese, or marry anybody, you see, on the day of your wedding, we all will come and celebrate you. And once the event comes to an end and the guy takes you into the car, bye bye yo, they will all turn their back. Whatever you now see in that marriage is, that's your business. Okay, before they anything will get to them, you are the first person that will be affected. So you are the first person in this equation. You are the first person to be affected. You are the first person. So why not take this decision? Why not, as in, why not take it seriously? Have a relationship with God. Tell God, talk to God, and know who you are. All right. And the third one, like I said, in this equation, it is you and God first. Any other person, they are third parties. You and God first. And lastly, how to get your confirmation, how to know that you are with the right person, is peace. When peace like a river, you do know that song? Peace like a river. You're with someone, you just have peace. You're not having unnecessary headache. Have you ever been with people that every night you wet your pillow with your tears? That is a sign. You may want to have a rethink about that kind of relationship. You are at work, you cannot concentrate because you are in a relationship with someone. That is already a sign or a signal that there is fire on the mountain. But you are with this person. See, like I said, God will not come down to tell you. You are the one in this relationship. You just have this peace. You are not bothered. You are not having unnecessary headache. You're not panicking unnecessarily because of anybody. Nobody is shouting on you. Nobody is making you feel bad. You just have peace. That is the way, or that is a sign that God is in the relationship, and that's a confirmation that you are in the right relationship. You just have your peace. You're not bothered. Nobody is making you feel unloved. You just have this peace. I don't know how else to express it. But once you have this, just know that you are at your final destination, or you have gotten to your final bus stop. Okay. All right. This will bring us to the end of the video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you find value in this conversation. All right. Let me know your thoughts and comment down below in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. But until then, I pray God blesses everything you lay your hands upon, and most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.